It is not all that glitters that is gold. It is gold plated.
Polygamy is not a child's play. Regina Daniels didn't know what she entered into. As you heard from this elderly man, all that glitters is not good. My people, I want you people to watch this video to the end and listen to this man. Some people think that this is a joke, that they are catching cruise and all that. It is a serious matter. It is a mistake of a lifetime that this girl made. So I want you to watch. Like I always say, I always come for you to learn lesson. That's why I'm making this video on this matter. I don't usually make video on anything that I see. No. But when there's a lesson, I want to be part of it. So please watch this video to the end and hear what this elderly man, well-respected man, has to say concerning what Regina Daniels is going through right now in her marriage. Okay, and drop your comment in the comment section when you are done. Drop your experience, your opinion, and your advice to young girls out there. All that glitters is not gold. That is a fact. Polygamy is not a joke. It's not a child's play. I'll see you again in my next.
I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. There's so much on social media concerning Regina and her marriage. Usually, it does not concern us. But as an area grandfather, I want to give counsel to young girls. You see that thing behind me, near the clock? Shines like gold, but it is not gold. It is not all that glitters that is gold. It is gold plated, but it is not gold. There is no way you will package polygamy and turn it to gold. There's no way. And I will explain as I go along. Money and luxury do not sustain marriage. If not, Bill and Melinda would not have divorced. Tiger Woods and his wife would not have divorced. Alakija and her husband would not have separated. There is no amount of money that will turn brass to gold. Brass is brass. Gold is gold. A polygamous marriage is like brass. It cannot be compared to God's original plan. Even in Muslim societies, many of the very prominent Muslims, educated Muslims, many of them, I didn't say all of them, are monogamous, even though the provision is there. Polygamy, to a large extent, involves a narcissistic approach to life. Now, only me, the person. Every other person, na instrument, na utensil. Na me be number one. Every other person, they secondary. Polygamy does not put the emotions of the females in that relationship into consideration. It is the self-idolizing appetite of the man that is uppermost. Beautiful women, virgins, or whatever that the man wants. That is his narcissistic approach. While he is not a virgin, he is fairly used and maybe an old car. but he wants a brand new wife, virgin, unpolluted. I said during the Nedu podcast, when I said I was a 2-minute man, and that at my age, then I was 65, that I can't spend more than 2 minutes. I'm a 2-minute man. And that any man of my age bracket married to a young girl, that the two people are mutually exploiting each other. One exploiting for wealth, fame, comfort, and a future where her children can have a glorious inheritance, and with the psychology that it is better to weep in a Bentley or Lamborghini than to weep in a Volkswagen Beetle. So it's mutually exploitative. Now, monogamous marriages are difficult. If it was possible for me, I would marry half a wife. And I told somebody that my wife should be paid husband support for taking care of me and for marrying me. You have child support. That is, in developed societies, they pay women because of the children that they are catering for. They are supposed to pay my wife husband support money. And that's why I always ask God to give me more than enough, so that when she asks for money, I have to give to her. I give her financial orgasm. Or like that policeman, financial organism. Now, one day I told her, let's go and eat peanut or groundnut and drink Coke at Mr. Smith's place. Help me, I help you, at Ogbo Hill near Jera Hotel. I said, let's go for a break. We left the hospital. As we were going, I told her, you did try when you did the marry me. Oh. She said, you self did try to marry me. We agreed that we are not the best, but we are making the best out of where we found ourselves, the situation we had agreed to go into, assets and liabilities. Now multiply that by 6 relationships in one house. It's going to be warfare. So, for a young girl of 18 to enter a volleyball team, because it takes 6 people to play volleyball, a volleyball team that will comprise of 5 mature, experienced, veteran volleyball players, and then you come in as a sophomore to come and play, know that you are heading for disaster. It is easy to know the meal that will satisfy you. Yoruba people say, "E moroka voko evun, ibi aronyevo vuge." That is the meal that will satisfy you. You can gauge it with your eyes. 5 women before you. In a volleyball team, you don't hold on to the ball for too long. Immediately it reaches you, you pass it to your neighbor throws it across the net. If you hold on to the ball for too long, you have committed foul play. Somebody did not learn and held on to the ball for too long. I learned from being a guest preacher that when pastors want to invite you, it's as if they have an erection. They are so excited to welcome Dr. Poki to come and speak. Immediately you go there, they will say, we want to take everything from him that he came with. If you are not wise, you will be there preaching and preaching and preaching and preaching, then you start saying, as I said last week, as I said the last time I was here, after some time, they will throw you away. A grandfather has seen everything. And let me turn it around. A grandmother does not fear an erection. A man who has had 5 previous highly educated, very beautiful, international women, after having you for a period of time, taking you around, there is no shakara you can do for him. You can become like Australia. Everybody knows where it is, but nobody finds it easy to reach there prematurely. And you see, copulation is pleasurable friction. A man who is very busy, who is wealthy, can have orgasm from the other wives and from several other things. More especially when the volleyball team has many contestants, potential players that will play more than you, standing by the lines to come in. The next thing is that you can't pretend to be asleep. You can't pretend to be asleep under observation. There is no way you display love on social media to convince people. The reality dawns with pressure and time, and then the pleasure evaporates. What happened in the house of old Leah will happen in the house of broiler one day. And so, what made the man to leave 5 other women to come for you will also make him leave you and go for another person. Even if he doesn't go for another person, the disinterest will come. And the people who are there before you know him more than you. They know his taste and know his appetite. Particularly if they are equally beautiful, equally internationalized. One Igbo woman said that a woman does not marry television, does not marry cars, does not marry containers, does not marry money. A woman marries her man, and you will need companionship. Companionship. 2 is a company, while 6 is a large crowd. And in a large crowd, people must step on each other's toes, and there will be a lot of shoving and screaming and suffocation. And sometimes somebody can be trampled upon. 6 wives and 20-something children is a community. And small pikin, not a big community leader. Small pikin, not a big community leader. You just go there to say you want to be community leader. Marriage involves consecration. God is everything, but he is a jealous God. Not to talk of human beings, 6 of them contesting for the affection, attention, and the expenditure of one man.